What up, man? I'm DD, and this is DD Got a Point, one of the newest yet fastest growing YouTube channels on the platform. The goal is to be up 10,000 subscribers by next month, 50,000 subscribers by the summertime, and 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Yes, you heard me correctly. It is a reality, but it is only a reality if you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're rocking with the video. Thank you all so much for your help. Now let's get into the video. Yep. You read the title of the video correctly. The thumbnail is correct. The Denver Nuggets just fired Coach Mike Malone. But not only did they fire Coach Mike Malone, they also fired their general manager, Calvin Booth, just days before the playoffs. Literally says it here. The Denver Nuggets have relieved head coach Mike Malone of his duties and will not extend general manager Calvin Booth. David Adelman will assume our head coaching role for the remainder of the 2024-2025 season. I have a feeling why this just happened. The timing of it is crazy, man, right before the playoffs. But I'm going to hold off my thoughts until the end. Let's see what this is talking about. It says Denver Nuggets relieve head coach Mike Malone. Duties will not extend Calvin Booth. It is with no pleasure that we announce that we have relieved Mike Malone of his head coaching duties effective immediately. David Adelman will assume our head coaching role for the remainder of the 2024-2025 season. This decision was not made lightly and was evaluated very carefully, and we do it only with the intention of giving our group the best chance at competing for the 2025 NBA championship and delivering another title to Denver and our fans everywhere. While the timing of this decision is unfortunate, as Coach Mike Malone helped build the foundation of our now championship level program, it is a necessary step to allow us to compete at the highest level right now. Championship level standards and expectations remain in place for the current season. And as we look to the future, we look forward to building on the foundations laid by Coach Malone over his record-breaking 10-year career in Denver. There is no amount of gratitude that we can properly convey for his contributions since he joined our franchise in 2015. It is with our utmost respect that we would like to thank Coach Mike Malone for the most successful decade in Nuggets history, setting the all-time wins record and helping deliver Denver our first championship. I want to thank Calvin Booth for leading our front office for the past 3 years and most importantly for helping put the final pieces in place for the roster to deliver Denver and our fans their first NBA championship. Calvin's knowledge of the game, his passion for scouting, and his long history as a player and executive in the NBA helped lift our organization to new heights, which we will continue moving forward. We are grateful to Calvin for his 8 years in the Nuggets, and we know his place in Nuggets history as our first championship winning GM will be honored for years to come. Look, this is total BS, and I'm gonna tell you all as somebody who's been on the receiving end of being let go from a job before. Typically how it works as far as like press releases and what they tell the general public, and especially if you sign NDAs, there's going to be only positive things said about you publicly. But the Denver Nuggets, let's be clear, the Denver Nuggets were not happy with Coach Malone for whatever reason. And my suspicion, what I suspect is going on here is I believe the Nuggets have lost like 4 games in a row. I believe they're currently ranked like number 4 in the West and potentially number 5, but they're like, it's so misleading because they're currently tied like the 3 seed through the 8 seed are only separated by like 2 games. So the Nuggets could really end up as low as the 7 seed. They can end up as high as the 2 seed, right? It's very unlikely that they'll end up as high as the 2 seed. But like I've been saying on this channel, it's very important that they, regardless of what seed they end up as, it's important that they dodge whatever seed that will match them up with the Timberwolves. You need to dodge the Timberwolves as much as you can. And to be honest with you, you kind of need to dodge the Lakers. And I know this is a lot of people won't be happy to hear this, but I would, if I'm the Nuggets, I'm a lot more happy to see the Thunder than I am with the Lakers. Luka is just a matchup nightmare, and just in the playoffs, I just wouldn't want to see that dude in the playoffs. We have the best player in the world on the Denver Nuggets, but anyways, I thought that was part of the strategy, but I guess not. The Denver Nuggets are clearly not happy with where they currently are with the standings, and this right here shocked me. I did not see this coming. I don't think most people see this coming, and for them to have just pay attention to the language. This is, as somebody who's been through this before a couple times in my life, I can tell you all, when you make statements like, it is a necessary step to allow us to compete at the highest level right now. So you mean to tell me the coach that brought you your only championship in your franchise's history, who's been with the organization for a decade, the best decision to compete at the highest level is to get rid of him just days before the playoffs? There's something else missing here. There was some behind the scenes stuff going on, and I'll be honest with you, it almost makes you wonder if Coach Malone saw this coming. If he felt like this was coming, because when he's going out of his way to publicly praise Nikola Jokic, not like he was lying about Nikola Jokic, the things he was saying about Nikola Jokic, as far as like obviously the statements he made just a couple of weeks ago or whenever it was, when he was saying if you take SG's numbers, you take Nikola Jokic's numbers, and you take their names away, and you don't know that one of those players have already won 3 MVPs. Nikola Jokic wins every day of the week, twice on Sunday. While Coach Malone was telling the truth about Nikola Jokic in that situation, it just makes you wonder if Coach Malone went ahead and got that statement out of the way before whatever was to come, whatever he felt like was potentially to come. While he still had the platform, he wanted to make sure he put it out there how he feels about Nikola Jokic and his team and what he was rooting for with this squad. But this right here, man, I truly just believe the Denver Nuggets were not happy with the combination of both Coach Malone and the GM, as far as, because they didn't make any moves. Remember, they gave up KCP and they gave up Bruce Brown. You gave up 2 great defensive players, 3-and-D guys, right? I've been saying for weeks, if the Denver Nuggets basically had what they gave up, 2 solid defensive players that could also shoot the spot up 3 at times, that would be all Nikola Jokic needed. But this man is out there putting up like his last few numbers. This is Nikola Jokic's numbers over the past 6 games. 40, 13, and 9. 39, 10, and 10. 27, 14, and 6. 61, 10, and 10. 33, 12, and 9. 41, 15, and 13. And they lost majority of those games. Denver Nuggets are not happy. The front office is not happy with what they're seeing, because like the post said, this dude is he's posting truly unbelievable numbers, but they're losing. They're losing. And I think this has been a season-long frustration. Who knows, it may have even dated back as far as last year. When you give up something, you got to get something in return to be able to compete at a high level. And for whatever reason, Jamal Murray has still been out. I mean, like, they've been dealing with injuries all throughout the year. But, dude, I'm really at a loss for words with, I didn't see this coming, bro. You giving up a coach like Coach Mike Malone, yeah, sure. We haven't really seen him with anybody as great as Nikola Jokic. It's easy to say you're a great coach when you got a player like that. But he was with them before Nikola Jokic became Nikola Jokic, right? So when you're giving up a coach that not only has the experience, I would consider Coach Malone as an elite coach who knows the game of basketball very well, obviously. But he also has the camaraderie. He has the relationship. He has the history with the locker room. When you're giving that up, things just have to have been bad, because you're going to bring in somebody who has to start from scratch with these players. And the ultimate question, the ultimate way I'll end this video is to say, it makes me wonder what Nikola Jokic is going to be doing going forward. I got to figure out what his contract is. Wow, Nikola Jokic has 3 years left on his contract. It runs through the 2027-2028 season. So that means they're going to have to really make some crazy changes, man, this upcoming offseason, because, like, I think nobody's surprised when I say the narrative around the Nuggets has been they're not going anywhere, and they're not going anywhere fast. And the only reason we hold hope out for them to make some type of noise in the playoffs is because of Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's out there single-handedly taking a team that would be the worst of all time. Quite literally, the stats say that without Nikola Jokic on the court, the Denver Nuggets are one of the worst teams in NBA history. On the court, they're one of the best teams in the NBA. That's quite literally the definition of MVP, but that's not what this video is about. Are you all shocked? Did you all know about this? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with my points? Do you think something else is going on? Hop in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Until next time, peace. Oh yeah, DD got a point.